Thank y'all for tuning back in to your favorite channel, Pelican Bay Dog Talk and News for the day. Giving it to you the way I always do, fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Man, y'all hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. Don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to drop down in the comments. Salute to all my brothers down in the chat right now, all my sisters down in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Big salute and big shout out to all the dog lovers and all the bulldoggers from one side of the country to the other side of the country. I'm back at it, giving you that dog news the way I always do. Y'all ready for it today? You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all ready for it today. You know, we about to get into it. Gotta get into it. First thing I want to ask y'all, man. You know, well, hold up. First thing I want to do, send a big shout out to all my brothers that be down in the chat. You know, Supreme Excellence, the boys Hunt Down, Liquid Lucky, City Boy Kennels, Marcel Shepherd. You know what I'm saying? MOR Lionhead. You know what I'm saying? All them boys, you know, that be down in the chat. I want to send a big salute to all them brothers. You know what I'm saying? Joe Carmacy. Big shout out to all them brothers, man. All y'all boys that be rocking with me. Shout out to Pyrex Fats. You know what I'm saying? All y'all boys that be rocking with me in the chat, whether you be in the chat or not. Big shouts out to you. What I want to know, man, can they cut me a break? Can y'all cut me a break? Can y'all, hey, cut me a break. I ain't knew he was going to do you like this. I ain't knew it was going to make you do like this. Now, I told you girls to watch you. I told you old ladies to watch you. But for some reason, you know what I'm saying, I ain't knew it was going to be like this, you know. But all I want to ask is, can you cut me a break? No. Y'all was on my cunt ass. Every time you feel like a paper was hung or something, you was on them. You know, you wouldn't let that man slide. You know, you was on Chico. Every time you hear something about Chico, you say this, you say that. You don't care about it, right? Don't even care about it. But for some odd apparent reason, when I bought up Tent, that ruffled a lot of fellas. Some people should have just stayed quiet, watched the video, enjoyed it, voiced their opinion on the side, voiced their opinion in different ways, you know, because there's always certain ways to say certain things. You know what I'm saying? I do got more breaking news today, you know. Like I said, we seen a deer running down the Interstate 95, and I got him. I got him. It is what it is, man. Pelican Bay Canines, I'm going to give it to you. That's what they like, man. Let me ask y'all this, man. Do y'all need to be PG-13? Do y'all need to be PG-13? You know, on this channel? Because I'm starting to wonder a lot of this stuff y'all can't handle. Y'all can't take it. Your little hearts is fluttering. You know what I'm saying? Your brains is going every which way but the way it's supposed to be going. You need me to do that thing PG-13? You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to talk about a lot of stuff on this episode right here. You know, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff on this episode. And you know how I do it. I hope y'all had a good day. I hope y'all having a good day. I hope y'all have a good night. You know what I'm saying? If I don't give it to you the way I'm supposed to give it to you, it ain't going to be right. It just won't. You know, salute to all the ones that came down up in the comments saying, oh, they not impressed by this and this and that and this and that. And, hey, more power to y'all brothers. All I can do is keep giving the news. All I can do is keep giving the news and the dog talk. The dog talk. Yes, sir. That's all I can do, man. It's only right. You know, it's only right. You wouldn't cut Maul Cunt no slack. You wouldn't cut Chico no slack. You still don't cut him no slack. You still don't cut Maul Cunt no slack. And you want to cut Tant some slack. Why? Why you want to cut him some slack? Y'all ain't quite built up on that Maul Cunt and y'all like how you built up off that Tant probably yet. Ooh. Yeah, you want to diss Maul Cunt. You want to diss him. I got somebody for you to diss, but you don't want to diss him. You don't want to diss them. I tell you what, y'all got, I don't know how many, let me see how many minutes. Y'all got, let me see how many minutes. Y'all got about 15 minutes to hit my phone up. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want me to tell about that bootleg stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want me to tell about it, you got about 15 minutes to hit me up. You know, I'm working deals. I'm working negotiations. We got that bootleg. We got the bootleg coming up. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't talking about that right now. Now, one thing I do want to say, you know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers be watching videos. You watch 5 minutes. Like, I can look at your comments and see that you're watching 5 minutes, or either you can't understand certain things, you aren't listening to everything. Like, I never said nothing about no fake termite. I never said nothing about no fake yellow. You see? Never said nothing about, and definitely we wasn't even talking about termite, period. You know what I'm saying? We're not even talking about termite in this conversation at all. You know, I done heard it all. Fake termite, fake yellow this. When we get the termite, we'll get the termite. We ain't got the termite yet. You know, right now we on yellow. And we ain't talking about the termite. So when you watch, if you're going to comment on the video, at least watch it. Don't comment on the first 5 minutes. And then the comment that you made, I was speaking on it in the rest of the video. Now, I do want to say this. You know, when we look at the offspring of Mayday, when we look at Mayday offspring, and we see all them 15, 16 pages of breedings, you know, it might be a reason now that you look back. Now that you look back and you know Tant hated Victor and Mayday, you never know if the feelings was mutual. So that might be why, you know, Victor maybe went on a mission, though, to shut Tant and Yellow down back then, to where he wanted to breed Mayday with everything around, to where Tant couldn't make no money. Even though Tant was still making money. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was still making money, it's probably the reason why Mayday oats were spread so much. Why he was on from California to South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? From California to South Carolina. And we always wondered, you know, why Mayday bred so much. That might have been the reason why. You know, just making an assumption. That could have been the reason why. You know, trying to shut Tant and Yellow down. And, I mean, you can't really see how one dog can be bred that many times. Unless he was on a mission. Unless he was on a mission. And like my man said, Tant couldn't stand the Mayday dog. You know, couldn't stand the Mayday dog. And the thing about it, man, y'all brothers, y'all tripping about this stuff, but the paper peddling didn't start in the 2000s. The paper peddling with Tant started in the 90s, in the early 90s. He bred Toe Jam. Crossroads Toe Jam was not off yellow. The old story always been that Toe Jam wasn't off yellow. And it's finally confirmed. You know, we're not going to take it no further. Born in 1994, you can't come off a dog that was died in 1992. You know, it's impossible. Now, don't think some of these new dogs are the only dogs that got paper pedal. Some of the old yellow dogs not off yellow. You know, but it's just going to be hard to identify all these different dogs, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, when a man has been found guilty of paper peddling that many different times for that long of a period, what can you say is real off of them? Besides the stuff that the brothers know that they took their females too yellow and bred. Other than the brothers who took their females too yellow and bred, how do you even know what you got from them? You know, and that's no diss to nobody's camp. See, brothers got to understand, when you give them the truth about certain things, you're not trying to diss their camp. You're not trying to diss the lines they running. They only start thinking that when you start, when you're dealing with them puppy peddlers that's trying to peddle their puppies off their papers. Oh, because you got some nice crease ADBA papers, You think them puppies gonna sell fast with that yellow in the background with that tense? We gotta stop that, buddy. We gotta stop that. We're gonna have to take it back to the old school. Like my man say, take it back to the old school, man. When brothers don't even care about them papers no more. You know what I'm saying? You know how everything always circle back around? Stuff brothers was doing back in the days, they start doing it now. Everything circle around and go back in a full circle. Same thing like the dog game. You know what I'm saying? Brothers are gonna have to get back on it, not even worrying about them papers. It's what you got in your hand, what you got in your yard. I mean, it's plain out and simple. Just like I say, Pit Island making it work. Pit Island ain't having no problem making it work. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else should have no problem making it work. I mean, if you find out, you find out. What you gonna do about it? You need to go holler at Tent. He down here in South Carolina. Go holler at him about it. And let him tell you they lying. And you walk off, oh, Pelican Bay, them boys lying. Tent said they was lying. Because that's how a lot of y'all house boys will do. We're going to call y'all house boys today because we're going to talk about all that. We're talking about all that. The house boys and the field boys. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about all that. You know, from the new school to the old school, dog, man. You know, we got a lot of dog talk about today. Yes, sir. You know, and like I said, when I look at maybe offspring, you know, maybe the reason that he was spread around so much was because Victor was on a mission. You know what I'm saying? On a mission to stop what he was considering at that time probably to be rogue. He probably already knew Tent was going rogue. You know what I'm saying? He probably already knew it. A lot of people knew it. It's just a lot of people didn't want to say anything. You know? A lot of people didn't want to say anything. And then somebody will sit back and say, oh, it ain't in my place to say nothing. But you'll sit back and let half the dog game get railroaded. Half the dog game have these dogs thinking they off these dogs and they ain't off of them. And then at the end of the day, when you let all that stuff slide, now it come right back to bite you in your ass because now you got somebody want to breed one of your dogs and it's coming off some of that stuff. But you don't care to do it. And I want to send a big salute and shout out to everybody that's just tuning in to the video. You know, I always say, if you don't know Carolina politics, you know, mind your business. Stay in your lane. You know, with some of y'all old school dog men, y'all old school house niggas, we got the dog game fucked up now and up here crying about you was blackballed back in the days. You know, crying about you was blackballed back in the days. But before we get into Carolina politics and before we get into that bootleg stuff, let me give y'all a little bit of news real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me give y'all a little bit of news real quick. We got a police that shot a dog down in the midst of a dog attack. You know, police shot a dog down in the midst of a dog attack. You know, Pelican Bay, give it to you. I'm the one gonna give you that news. I'm the one gonna give you that dog talk the way you want it. Rated R. Some gonna like it, some ain't, man. Some gonna like it, some ain't. I mean, if y'all boys decide to call me in my messenger or call my phone, you know, make sure you ain't got that bootleg stuff. Make sure you ain't got that bootleg stuff once you call me. You know, because once my CNN satellites do that background check on it, see what them pedigrees looking like, you know, it is what it is. But hey, let me give it to you first, man. Like I said, police shot a pit bull down for attacking a man. Let's get into it.
Well, breaking right now in Katy, a deputy opens fire after a pair of what may have been stray dogs attacked an elderly man and another man who was just trying to help out. It all happened in a neighborhood on Doherty Place near Fry Road. ABC 13's Courtney Carpenter joins us now live. And Courtney, at this point, how is everybody doing, especially those gentlemen attacked by the dogs?
Yeah, good morning, Mel. Really a crazy situation out here this morning. We just heard from a neighbor who heard one of the shots fired this morning and also talked to the sheriff's office. Yeah, crazy, scary situation. 3 people injured in this. One of the men, an older man who lives right here on the street, was severely injured. But the good news is he is expected to be okay. It all happened right here on Doherty Place. According to the sheriff's office, they got the call around 7 this morning about these possible stray pit bulls in this neighborhood here near the intersection of Fry Road and Clay Road. The deputy says an older gentleman was trying to help the dogs and get them out of the rain. He says the dogs were friendly at first, but then suddenly turned on him and mauled him. Now, a man who was driving by saw what was happening and went over to help. He ended up getting bitten too. Now, when the deputy arrived, we're told the dogs also went after him. He was bitten and ended up being forced to shoot both of the dogs. At this point, it's unclear if the dogs belonged to someone, if they were stray dogs. Investigators say they weren't wearing collars.
What we really want to stress to citizens is for them not to try to engage these animals. If they want to put out some water or something to try to assist them in hot weather or something like that, that's okay. But to approach them and try to gain control of them, they shouldn't do that.
Yeah, just a harsh reminder of what can happen. You never really know what animals are thinking. And we just heard from that neighbor. That's what he said, that the older gentleman who he lives across the street from was petting the dogs, that their tails were wagging, that it seemed like it was a friendly situation. And then it just turned very quickly into a sad situation, scary situation. We do know that older man is seriously hurt, but is expected to be okay. Both the deputy and the Good Samaritan who stopped to help were bitten, but should be able to recover from their injuries just fine. They're considered minor injuries. But yeah, certainly got the neighborhood talking this morning. Just a crazy situation out here. We'll continue to keep you guys updated. Reporting live in Katy, Courtney Carpenter, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
All right, Courtney, certainly is an important reminder, and we're just glad they're all going to be okay. Thank you.
Now I'm going to go ahead and get this news out the way so we can get back into that dog talk. You know what I'm saying? Ride that thing on out with that dog talk. Right here, man, we got an Amazon driver. You know what I'm saying? Amazon driver that been attacked by a pit bull. He ain't, we gonna check it out or whatever, but things ain't well out there for them drivers, man, the delivery drivers. Y'all brothers got dogs out there in the yards loose. You waiting on a package. You might need to tie them up. You know what I'm saying? Tie them up. Because them Amazon drivers is becoming more and more frequent that they getting attacked, by pit bulls. So y'all keep them dogs tied up. Let them delivery drivers get to the door and deliver your package safely. Y'all check this video out, though.
Approximately 11:17 a.m., officers were dispatched to 230 block of McNarney Street for an animal bite in progress. The details of that call go as the driver who works for Amazon, you can see, they moved it there. Driver was working for Amazon on his daily route delivering packages when he went here on one of the houses and delivered a package. Now, when he did that, there was a dog in the front yard. We'll call it, that dog is a American Staff type canine breed. While the Amazon driver was delivering the package, the dog jumped over the fence and attacked the worker. The worker tried to get away from the dog, jumped on a car. The owner of the dog came out, helped the worker get away from the dog. The worker sustained numerous amount of facial injuries. He went into his car, but was still able to call emergency personnel on himself to, get treated. He has been transported to a local hospital. His condition is unknown at this time. The owner surrendered the dog willingly to ACS, and that dog is now has been impounded for rabies quarantine. As far as what is going to transpire with the dog, that's all for questions that you'll have to contact ACS for. But right now, that's the story. The worker was delivering packages. The dog was in the front yard. Dog jumped over the fence, attacked the worker. The owner was very cooperative with police. Was able to help the worker get away from the dog and work with police and releasing the dog to police or to ACS. Right now, the owner is not facing any charges. It's all still an active investigation at this time, but right now, at this time, there's no charges being placed on the owner. And I'll take questions.
Nick, do you know if this residence or this dog owner has had prior altercations with this animal?
Yeah, they don't. This is the first incident that's happened here. We checked the criminal history, we checked the history of the address, and this is the first incident that's happened here. Yeah.
And Nick, when you say he's not facing any charges right now, when would he perhaps face charges?
Well, that's all part of the investigation. It's so preliminary at this time. Detectives were out here. conducting an investigation, and at this time, they don't see anything that would lead them to believe that this owner was being negligent in the way they cared for their dog. At this point, this is just an athletic dog who was able to jump over a fence. And, ACS was here. You can talk to ACS. They did cite the owner for various violations. Those I can't go over with. You'll have to go over with them. But yeah, in this instance, the dog just jumped over the fence. Anyone else?
And was it bit several times, like the cheek?
If he was bit in the facial area, I can't really go into specifics of the graphic nature, but it was in the face, and it does not look good. No.
Can you give us a description of the dog? Is it an estimate on pounds, big dog?
So like I said, the dog is an American Staff Terrier, the canine type. That is the breed of a dog, that's all I can release about that. You can kind of look that up, see what kind of dog it is, but that's what I was been told, the dog's breed.
Age demographic of the Amazon record?
You know what? We didn't get that. I can get that for you before I leave. Right now we're looking at the notes, so I was able to see that, but I can definitely get that for you, John. Yeah.
You said the dog was surrendered over to ACS.
Mm-hmm.
You mean that person's no longer going to have that dog?
That's something for ACS to answer. I don't feel comfortable answering that, because that's different, obviously. But the owner did surrender the dog to ACS. Yes.
Nick,
Take it to UH or something?
Can't give hospital information.
Nick, we're seeing, it feels like more and more of these incidents happening. What are
Mm-hmm.
how are police working with ACS to prevent future dog bites?
I think the incidents that we've had over the past year are definitely eye-opening. In this instance, this one, the owner was, had the dog in the yard. I didn't think that there was any city ordinance being violated here. But it says in the car, just be a responsible owner, a responsible dog owner. If you know your dog is even a little aggressive, just do all the necessary precautions that need to be done to make sure that even this doesn't happen. It could be anyone. It could be your own family member that was that worker delivering packages on their innocent day, and it's just a sad situation. So just be more responsible as a pet owner. Yeah.
Just to clarify, I see the fence right here. Did he go through the driver? Did he go through the fence, or he was walking right up to it?
Yeah, so I believe that he was walking right up to it to deliver a package there. Okay. It was secure, and the owner of the dog said she just heard the dog barking, looked out the window and saw the dog physically jump over the fence and attack the driver.
There wasn't
So
like another fence in the back or something that...
no, it was all in the front yard. So. All right, thank you.
Now, while y'all out here running around worrying about who got the bootleg, Gas and Go running with Demon, running with the first place trophy in the digital dog show. Running with the first place best in show in the digital dog show 2 years in a row. While everybody worrying about them pedigrees, Demon right here making a name, and we ain't worrying about his pedigrees. I damn sure ain't worrying about Demon pedigree. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I would breed him to one of my dogs, and I don't even know what bloodline he is. That's when you know you're going back to the old school ways. You know what I'm saying? You're just going off the dogs. We ain't worrying about what his paperwork like, what is this and that, what all that bullshit like. We worrying about what the dog like. You know what I'm saying? Half of y'all, when you're talking about checking this and checking that, half of y'all wasn't checking this and checking that any damn way. You know what I'm saying? You're going off the papers any damn way, whether your dog win or whether your dog lose. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well go ahead and do something legal with your dog, legitimate with your dog, and make a name for him. And that way, shit, at least you'll be legitimate. At least you'll be a household name, a well-known name with your dog. People will see how your dog moving, how your dog acting, his physique. They'll know everything about your dog. See, what I'm explaining is what you call when you fall in love with a dog before you fall in love with the pedigree. You know what I'm saying? Demon done took people's hearts all across the country. People done fell in love with Demon all across the country, and they don't even know what he bred like. Don't care what he bred like. Know he's a full-blooded pit bull. Don't care what he's bred like, though. See, we're going to get back to the old days. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get back to the old days. Yes, we is. You know, we about to get into that dog talk too. You know, we already into that dog talk, but we gonna get into some deeper dog talk. Because I know my brothers and sisters ready and waiting for it. You know what I'm saying? I done told y'all we caught a bootleg out there. You know, trying to bootleg them CDs. What y'all brothers upstate up there in New York and all that doing? Y'all catch them brothers bootlegging your CD. Knock the rack over, ain't it? Take the CDs from them, don't it? But we done caught a bootleg out there. So we're going to talk about that as well. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about that as well. Let's stop posting pets, you know what I'm saying, and make people fall in love with the dog. You know, by the time they see the pet, they don't care what the bloodline it is, because they done like the dog already. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you making people fall in love with a pet, that's going the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? We always talking about these brothers ain't testing this and they ain't testing that and these show dogs and this and that. Listen here, man. It's better to go off of something like that than to go off of nothing, because a lot of y'all be out here bluffing. You know what I'm saying? You do 3 and 4 in your whole career, and you think y'all here like you're Kobe. Talking all kind of trash. You know what I'm saying? And it's all good. Like I said, got something for the young and the old today. You know, the young and the old. You know, and we need to, like I said, we need to start falling back in love with these dogs and not the pedigrees, because the pedigrees can't do nothing for you. You can't train a pedigree. You can't feed a pedigree. You can't water a pedigree. No, nothing. For some reason, a lot of y'all love the pedigrees more than you love the dogs. And once a breeder find that out, you goat meat. Once a breeder find out you love the pedigree more than you love the dog, you goat meat. He gonna do you like Tanton did all them other boys. And a lot of them big kennels back in the days. That some of them brothers probably passed away and all, thinking they had yellow dogs. And they ain't had no yellow dog. Let me take that back. The dogs maybe have been yellow dogs, but they weren't off yellow. They was either off his sons or his grandsons or his daughters. You see? So it's different. A lot of people getting it confused. The dogs are still yellow dogs. Some of them now. They're still yellow dogs, but some of the dogs' pedigrees will change. Some of the dogs' pedigrees will change. You know, and that's why a lot of brothers, that's why I say, you watching a video for 5 minutes and you making an assumption or making some kind of comment about stuff people are not even talking about. About stuff people not even talking about. And like I said, if you don't know Carolina politics, sometimes you need to stay in your business, no matter how deep you think you was in the dog game. You know what I'm saying? No matter how deep you thought you was in the dog game, or who you thought you knew. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes folk just got to sit back and listen. You know what I'm saying? Sit back and listen. Because at the end of the day, PBK going to give it to you. You know, no matter who like it or who don't. I'm going to give it to you. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving. Keep it stepping. Keep it scratching. Now, some folks say I was wrong about Triple J. Now, all I got to say about that is, whatever happened to minding your business? You know what I'm saying? Make a comment, make comments in certain ways. You know, whatever happened to that type of stuff? Sometimes folk just get where they want to outstep and overstep their boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Walk past their limits. That's when all that he and smiling up in your face come from. You know what I'm saying? Folks start feeling like they can overstep their boundaries. You know what I'm saying? But that is what it is. You know, I do want to make a point that when we was talking about Tant's Yellow, Tant's Bob, see, the thing about Tant's Bob is Tant had a Bob that was off yellow, and Tant's had a Bob that was Yellow's half brother. You know? So I got to talk to the bro and see, you know, what he know about Tant's Bob that was, you know, straight off Yellow John. You got one Tant's Bob that's off Yellow John and one Tant's Bob that's off yellow. Now, for the life of me, like I always say, I can't figure out why A dog man, and somebody will give you an excuse and say something about somebody that did it. A dog man that will give the same dog, give the same name to more than one dog in the same time frame. People always put numbers in juniors and seniors behind dogs. Bob 1, Bob 2, Bob 3, Bob Jr., Bob this or Bob that, or Yellow Bob or whatever Bob. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be something different. No dog breeders is breeding Tance Bob and then turn around and have another Tance Bob that's coming directly off of the other Bob brother. Without it being some flaky stuff going on. Now, if you want that talk, you want the real talk, I got to give it to you. Got to give it to you. And I may hurt some of my old school dog men feelings, because they be feeling some kind of ways, with they house nigga traits. That's what I'm going to call that. With their house nigga traits. We going to talk about all that. But right now, we just talking about Tant, Bob, straight off Yellow Giant, Tance, Bob, straight off Yellow. So there's no telling when you got the Bob dog. See, now when you look at Barracuda pedigree, you see Tance Bob. Tance Bob. Pedigree may be right, may be wrong, but who cares? Barracuda was a great dog. Barracuda was a phenomenal dog. What difference would it make with his pedigree? If they got Barracuda and they found out he was off of another dog, what difference would it have made with him? It wouldn't have made him no less of a dog. It would have made him scratch no slower. He would have scratched just as fast as he was scratching before with a fake pedigree, because he is Barracuda. You know what I'm saying? He's not Yellow. He's not Mayday. No. He's Barracuda. He's the one that's going to have to represent for that name. So it's like, I'm trying to give it to you to let you see, so some of y'all brothers can take it a little easier. Let you see that it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. You want to hear the history of these dogs, but you don't want to hear the paper history. We're going to get the whole history. We're going to get the dog history, the dog man history, and the paper history. Rated R. Like I told you, you want PG-13, you got to go check one of them other channels out. We doing it rated R well. You know what I'm saying? And on this little part, I'll let you know, Tant had a whole bunch of Bobs. And all you got to do is Google it. All you had to do is Google it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, them brothers down in the chat, they ain't going to name 2 dogs the same thing on their yard without saying 1, 2, junior, or whatever, or senior, or the third, or whatever, or however. Adding some little other part to it. You don't just do that. You don't have Buck, and then you got a Buck over here. You got Mayday, and then you got Mayday over here. No, that's Mayday Junior, or that's Mayday 2, or that's Yellow Mayday, or Green Mayday, or Mayday the 6, or whatever it is, it ain't Mayday. So by a dog man having 2 dogs at the same time, naming the same thing, is already suspicious. So I'm just going to keep throwing this suspicious stuff out there for y'all brothers. They've been pumping and pelling in them papers for the longest. Pelling them papers for the longest. You know what I'm saying? Down in this next brother, down in this, down in that. You know what I'm saying? Don't know them Carolina politics. I don't care how many shows you've been to. You know what I'm saying? You don't know them Carolina politics because Tant would have did your ass the same damn way. Same damn way. But we just going to keep this thing moving, man. We just going to keep this thing moving. Now, to the brothers that always talking about reading them Richard Stratton books, what y'all need to stop doing is reading all them blogs. You know what I'm saying? Reading all them blogs and wanting brothers to be stuck off them blog stories when you get the real deal. It is what it is. But I do want to say this, though. I told y'all this a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to let y'all check this clip out from a year and a half ago. What I've been telling you. You ain't want to hear it then. You know what I'm saying? You ain't want to hear it then. Oh, he ain't got no dogs. Oh, he a dog trainer. Oh, I got pedigrees. I got bloodlines. I'm a dog man. You know what I'm saying? This and that and this and that and oh, blah, blah, blah. Listen here. Told you that a year ago, but check this out. You mean to tell me it's a recording out, an old recording out on David Tant saying he got dog pound dogs for black people? When they wanted yellow dogs, he would get dog pound dogs for them, for us? You mean to tell me it's a recording out on David Tant and we haven't put him like in that category, or not necessarily no category, but just stop bigging up his dogs like that? And we still bigging up his dogs like that, knowing if we got to do them like the NFL and like them other places. You got recordings on. See, you can't tolerate certain things, man. You can't tolerate certain things. You got to be like, of course this ain't a perfect world, right? But me, I play the game equal. You know what I'm saying? Of course I love my black race. Like I expect you to love your white race and your Spanish race. But at the end of the day, we all equal. You know what I'm saying? We all equal. I ain't gonna, when it comes to dogs, I have more respect for Tant if he would have said he's not selling black people any dogs than to give a black person something that they don't want. You know what I'm saying? Something that they thinking they getting and give them something else. Have no respect for that in the game. He is known to be a crook, so we let this slide for so many years. I'm just hearing about it. You know, I always knew, but you know, I'm from that area, so I know probably how he rolled anyway. You know, I never really dealt with him like that or nothing like that, so I can't put no kind of judgment on the person, you know. But if it's a recording with him saying he give black people dogs from the dog pound, you know what I'm saying? He need to be X'd out of the Dog Man Hall of Fame. He need to be X'd all the way out of it, period. That's just all it is to it. You know what I'm saying? Yellow dog, it is what it is, but forget, you know what I'm saying, him, he just need to be known as a scumbag. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to business and treating people fair, because, you know, everybody know he done put the rubber band on the nuts and screwed that deal up for, you know, for a red boy Jocko breeder back in the days. So he ain't honest. You know what I'm saying? And like they say now, we gonna keep it all the way 100 across the board. Yellow died in 92. You know what I'm saying? Yellow died in 92. All right. Sambo granddaddy Toe Jam was born in 94. All right. They say, some people say Toe Jam really ain't off yellow. You know, some people say Toe Jam not really off yellow. He off AAA. You know, but Toe Jam dogs look like yellow. You know, but that's, you know, before my time, really. You know, when I was just getting in the game, so I can't really speak on what they did, but I heard Toe Jam was off AAA, not off yellow. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole bunch of crooked stuff going on, but we can deal with the crooked stuff. What we ain't gonna deal with is treating some other nationality unfair and giving them something like me saying. I've been talking about the yellow long time ago. Been telling y'all Tant was crooked. You know, but you got to hear it from the horse's mouth. You know what I'm saying? Got to hear it from the horse's mouth. And right now, like I said, it don't matter, because a lot of y'all boys will still go buy the dogs from them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all will still go buy the dogs from them. It don't matter what a brother tell you still going to go get it. You know what I'm saying? But on another note real quick, you know, I want to send a message to Drama Side. I had this dog right here I was the last person with this dog. You know, this dog right here is the blackjack dog that I be telling y'all brothers and sisters about that I had. I don't have a picture of the dog up there, but when you see this dog, you're going to know which one I'm talking about. The Palmer Lee dog. You know, I had changed the name to something else, you know what I'm saying? But her name was Palmer Lee. I was the last person with the dog. She was a full Jeep dog, but she was cold, you know, when I had her. You know, I was just going to use her, get, you know, see how she throw off some puppies. Maybe she throw off some good puppies, being that she was bred so tight, you know, with the blackjack stuff. And some red boy stuff back in her pedigree as well. But let me show y'all that pedigree real quick. You know what I'm saying? This the Palmer Lee dog, Drama Side. Now, my brothers and sisters, let's get onto a theory real quick. Let's get onto this theory, the hound dog theory. Let's get onto the hound dog theory, because we've been talking about that for years. And the only dogs that been looking like hound dogs was the yellow dogs. True hound dogs was the yellow dogs. Some dogs have floppy ears, look houndish sometimes, other breeds. But them yellow dogs are where people get that stuff from, the hound dogs. So now that we figure all this stuff out, what is the chances? What is the chances during the yellow John breeding that a hound dog was on Mr. Chavis' yard and went and hit that female as well? What is the chances? What is the chances that a hound dog hit the female as well? Because the rest of the yellow John dogs don't look like that. They come off yellow John. Only that particular litter. And we got a Brindle dog. Remember, we got a Brindle dog, JR. What's the chances? Now, this has really nothing to do with all the stuff that we was talking about, because all the stuff we was talking about was coming from facts and the horse's mouth. This is just a theory that we can play with real quick, because we all know them dogs look like hound dogs, and we all say that from all these years, but we got to go back to where it could have started from. The Mayday dog looked like a hound dog. Now, we know, or we hope, that the yellow breeding that went into Yellow and Hollingsworth Dolly didn't have a hound dog to hit that litter too. And the reason I'm going to say I doubt that happened is because Big John, Mayday, Lou Kane, all them dogs, Big John, Mayday, and numerous more dogs look the same. Unless he is using that same dog. But I'm not going to speculate on that. What I'm speculating on is the actual hound dog look. And just say it may have slipped in and hit the yellow John litter. Because what other line of pit bulls is giving you them hound dog pit bulls? The yellow dogs. What other dog man is tied into more corrupt stuff than any other dog man? The yellow man. So we gonna keep digging. We gonna keep digging, because we're gonna find somebody. Maybe one of Chavis' old yard men. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that was on Burns' yard. Somebody that knows something. You know what I'm saying? About these dogs. A little more than what we know. And what we saw in the sporting dog journals, and what y'all brothers want to stay blind to. You know what I'm saying? What you want to stay blind to. Now, this is what I want to figure out. This is what I'm trying to figure out right here, brothers. Why would a black man tell me about calling a man a racist and I ain't ever met him? See, this is what I'm about to tell some of y'all old schoolers. What I call house boys. House niggas. How a black man gonna tell me and post, people calling people racist and haven't met them? How a black man gonna tell me that? Well, let me ask you this, brother. You ever met Donald Trump? But you call him a racist, don't you? You ain't never met Trump, but you call him a racist. Call him a racist, but you ain't never met him. You ever met J. Edgar Hoover? Call him a racist too, don't you? You ain't never met him before. Hold on, let me see. How about David Duke? You ever met David Duke? You say he a racist, don't you? You say David Duke a racist, don't you, brother? That's going to be to my older brothers, because the young brothers don't know who that is. You know what I'm saying? You say he a racist, you ain't never met him, did you? Don't know that man a day in your life, but you call him a racist, right? Like I said, man, these brothers will do whatever they can to knock you down And like I said, these brothers got up here lying about they was blackballed. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you want to say a brother can't say a man a racist if he ain't met him, and you ain't met half the people that you call racist in the United States today. And if you say you did, you're a damn lie. You know what I'm saying? You ain't met no Donald Trump. Half the damn America calling him racist. You ain't met that man. If you met him at one of the presidential things when he walked through and speak to everybody. You ain't went chill with that man. But you call him a racist, don't it? You know? And that's got to be the best example. That's got to be the best example. You go by what you see. You go by what you hear. You know? Oh, I'll tell you what. You call Trump a racist, right? You call Trump a racist, or we call Trump a racist. Everybody call him a racist. But you ain't got one person from his back in the days time, black person or white person that'll come out right now and say something that he did to black people for money. He rich. They know they can get anything they want from him. He done ran for president. You don't think that would have been out? You didn't have one person that came up and said that how he treated another race of people. Now this ain't no plea for him or none of that. But I'm just telling you how people think and the words that people say. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if they think they talking to somebody who, like I said before, blind, dumb, and just gonna keep their mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what you're talking about when you talk about what you talk about. You know, if you want to be down with Tant, like I told him before, you can get it too. You want to be down with Tant, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? There's no holds barred. You know, some gonna like it, some ain't. At the end of the day, it's no way in hell a black man could tell me, oh, you calling a man a racist, you ain't never met him. When you calling Donald Trump a racist and you ain't never met him. When you're calling David Duke a racist, you ain't never met him. When you're calling J. Edgar Hoover a racist, you ain't never met him. You know, never met him. But I'm just gonna let that sink in on your ass real quick and light my blunt up. Let that sink in on you, because them boys want that rated R dog talk. They ain't want all that PG-13. You know what I'm saying? You know, that PG-13 gonna have you breathing something you thought you had for the next 20, 30 years. It stops right here, man, because that ain't the only bloodline we gonna stop at. We going to all the bloodlines, you know, because there's a brother out there that want to tell the truth about certain things that they know about all them lines, and we gonna get to them. You know what I'm saying? So you best to be going ahead and hooking your boys up. You know you did them wrong, you better be going back trying to right it. You know, because we gonna get to talking to them dog men. Now we about to get to the good stuff. I'm gonna tell you about that bootleg I caught on 95 running down 95. I say, Smokey, that's you. I seen him. Got him. Listen here, man. Listen here. I tell some of y'all brothers, I wasn't even thinking about. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even thinking about. You know, shout out to BKK. You know, doing your thing, my brother. But I wasn't thinking about your dogs until you called me up. When you called me up, them satellites from outer space say, oh, let's see what his pedigrees look like. I checked that pedigree, my brother. I heard you had some great dogs. You know what I'm saying? And this has nothing to do with your dogs. But you got that Terrence Travis in that bottom half. You got a lot of that Terrence Travis in that bottom half, my brother. BKK. And I'm just going to leave it like this right here. When I showed the brother the picture that y'all got up in that online pedigree, say Travis, the brother instantly looked at that picture and said, that's not Travis. So I'm going to leave that at that. It's nothing I said about Terrence Travis. The man looked at the picture and said himself, that's not Terrence Travis. Now, I don't know, what you want me to do, what you want me to say, or how you want me to handle it. All I know is, bootleg. Got great dogs now. Got great dogs now. Take pride in what you got on the yard. You know what I'm saying? The dogs you got on the yard probably phenomenal dogs. Probably phenomenal dogs, my brother. Y'all boys gotta stop acting like y'all don't got yellow dogs. You know what I'm saying? You still got yellow dogs. It's just instead of breeding the Michael Jordan, you bred the Marcus Jordan. You ain't breed the Michael. You bred the Marcus. You know what I'm saying? So you still got yellow dogs. You don't got what you thought you had. You got the son, or you got the nephew. You know what I'm saying? So you still got a Jordan. You still got a yellow dog. You just don't got one off of yellow. You know what I'm saying? Same thing, man. You don't got LeBron. You bred the Bronny. I mean, it's still a James. It ain't LeBron. You bred the Bronny. I mean, so it's not like I'm saying y'all brothers don't got the yellow dogs. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you what info I got. I thought y'all would appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I felt like y'all would appreciate it because, you just want to hear something besides the same old shit. How many times can you talk about a condition and keep? You know what I'm saying? How many damn different ways can you do a keep? How many different things can you talk? I thought y'all would probably want to know something beneficial. You know what I'm saying? Some rated R shit. Some rated R stuff. Shout out to the brothers and the sisters out there that be hit me in the comments saying they don't like the channel, this and that. Big ups to you, my brothers and sisters. Big ups to you. But I mean, I thought they wanted the news. I thought they wanted to talk. I start giving you the dog bust. That was a little rough for you. I should have known when the dog bust was a little rough for you and you couldn't comprehend what I'm trying to show to you. You saying, oh, he putting people faces, he putting this, he putting that. You couldn't comprehend what I was trying to do. Let you see what's going on out here. I should have known you weren't going to be able to take that yellow. I should have known that. I should have known it. But I clear, boy. I clear. It's true what they say. It's true what they say. In this dog game, them yellow fans are equivalent to the Dallas Cowboy fans. And I'm a yellow man. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the Cowboys, but I'm a yellow man. But it's true what they say. Them yellow fans like them Cowboy fans. You know what I'm saying? Mixed with a little Pittsburgh and Philly because they like to fight and all that shit. Y'all boys get aggressive. Y'all be wanting to look for my address because of another man that took y'all money. Oh, Pelican Bay, you shouldn't have told about they took my money. You should just let me breathe what I'ma got. Hey, man, we all had yellow dogs that the papers wasn't right. Hell, like I told y'all, Sambo shit wasn't right. Now that all this came out, and we been knew that. We been knew it. And right now, I told y'all boys something to help y'all out with y'all pedigree. And you still go over there and shake and smile and tent hand and tent face and go somewhere and talk shit about me. That's how corny some of y'all dog men is. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about it, I ain't never been that kind of dog man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been that kind of dog man. Period. I may be a little older than some of you brothers. I may be a little younger than some of you brothers. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, in my days, you know what I'm saying? Your name wouldn't have meant shit. Until you showed me what time it was. You know what I'm saying? Until you showed me what time it was. And like I said before, when I say stay out of Carolina politics, if you don't know what's going on, it don't mean stay out of Carolina politics if you're just starting up in the dog game. It means all ages of brothers. If you don't know what the hell we talking about enough to correct something, then mind your damn business. Same thing I told Triple J. Mind your damn business. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, at the end of the day, some gonna like it, some ain't. You know what I'm saying? Some gonna like it, some ain't, man. But y'all hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want to donate to the channel, $ Pelican Bay Kennel, hit me up on the Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Or down in the super chat. Everything is appreciated. And like I told you, BKK, what's that dog name you got? Brick. Brick is full of that bootleg shit. On the bottom side, though. He got a lot of that Mayday stuff in him. It's a good day to, all the Mayday haters, it's a good day to be a Mayday dog, ain't it? Good day to be a Mayday dog for all the Mayday haters. But I tell you what, like I said, the brother got some great dogs. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say nothing about the dogs. I just had a brother on my show that told y'all that Travis was not real legitimate, the picture that's up there on the thing. So that got to be explained before we even get to the part about Tant not breeding him to the right dog. You got the wrong damn dog up there. And that dog been up there for the longest. Travis been on online pedigrees for the longest. That picture right there. So that's the Travis that they apparently called Travis. When that man telling you, the man that stayed on the yard telling you that ain't the Travis he was feeding. But you want to get mad at me and him and say, oh, they need to leave Tant alone. They need to leave Tant alone. We just gonna mess with you and Tant then, damn it. Like I told you before, man, you want PG-13, holla at somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Holla at somebody else. All that yellow shit done shipped all across the world. All across the world. Getting shipped back to the United. Oh, them boys overseas got the best yellow stuff. Them boys overseas got the best yellow stuff. They preserved it. I bet you they did preserve it. They preserved that new stuff. That's what they preserved. We had our own. I've been told y'all we had our own yellow stuff. I've been told you that. We ain't had to run to the Mayday stuff. Had our own yellow stuff. Red Boy Jocko stuff, all that stuff without going to Tant for any of that stuff. Some of y'all, Tant was y'all only way to get Red Boy Jocko dogs. And the man knew it. The man knew it and he played you that way. You know what I'm saying? And then you get up here and want to down another brother for telling you the truth. Then these brothers call brothers Uncle Toms, this and that and this and that, when they be the ones conducting themselves and showing traits of a house nigga. Because I'm still waiting on y'all to tell me why Cruz didn't run no yellow. You know what I'm saying? I'm still waiting on y'all to tell me how one lawyer gonna represent all these brothers on that dog thing. And I'm still waiting on y'all to tell me how a black man gonna tell me don't say a man racist if I ain't never met him when you talking about Donald Trump every damn day. Every damn day. Or when you talk about David Duke. Or when you talk about, like I said before, J. Edgar Hoover. Some of the most racist people that we say they ever stepped foot on the United States. But none of us never talked to them. So you go sit down on that, black man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we going to keep this thing rolling. Now let me ask y'all something, Let me ask you something. Was you mad, or do you know Edward Snowden? Some of y'all brothers may not know him. Was you mad when Edward Snowden told y'all brothers that they watching y'all phones? That they checking y'all phones out when you don't think? People are listening to you on your phone lines? Was you mad then? You had all these phones. You went and spent $1,500 on your phones. People listening to you. Did you go get rid of your phones? When Edward told you? No, you just kept on going and knew how to handle yourself, right? But you're mad. Turning tables over. You know what I'm saying? Turning tables over. Running up on them boys, them youngsters, talking all kind of stuff about Tant. He got every damn body. Like I told y'all before, he the Bernie Madoff. I think that's his name. He the Madoff of the damn dog game. He done got everybody. You know, got everybody. Now, it is real yellow dogs out there coming directly off yellow. Whole bunch of them. You know what I'm saying? Whole bunch of them. But hey, I just want to know, was you mad at it when Edward Snowden told you was getting watched? Why you so mad now? Why you so mad now? See, this part of the dog game should have been out back in the days. You know, there should have been an internet and should have been all that. And these dog shows and all that type of stuff back in the days. Maybe a lot of y'all would have went another route. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all would have went another route. And the thing about it, everybody who might have some bootleg stuff, y'all all like y'all dogs, so what difference does that make? It's the same point I'm trying to get back to. Only thing matters is the dog that you got in your hand. You know? Only thing matters. I can't find a damn pen. Oh, here you go. Because I can write something on this note. That ain't nothing but a little bit of ink. That's what your papers is, you know. And you tell me you like this more than your hound in the yard? You rather represent this little bit of ink that we print out from the printer, a little bit of ink, that a paper, a title. You like that title more than you like that car? Who you gonna roll up with a title and you have to roll up with the car? You can't roll up with the title. We going out somewhere, going to chill somewhere. You're gonna pick old lady up or going to, you can't ride with the title. You need the car. The car is what's gonna get you place to place. The dog is what's gonna get you place to place. But we gonna give it to you. We gonna give it to you rated R, like I said. You know what I'm saying? BKK, salute to you, big dog. You know, great dogs like I see. You know, this ain't nothing about your dogs. You know, I just see the bootleg in your pedigree on that brick dog. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't even have paid you no attention, big homie. I wouldn't even have paid you no attention if you wouldn't have called me. You know what I'm saying? And you know I've been trying to call you for interviews, but just so happened that I put out these videos and you called me then, made me go check your pedigree. You know? And I ain't gonna tell you no lie, big dog. I'll take one of your dogs. You know, because I like your dogs. I don't like your pedigree. I like your dogs. You know what I'm saying? So I'll take your dog. You know what I'm saying? Even if you talk trash about what I'm saying or whatever. You know, it is what it is, man. All I can do, dog, you know, I got the info. And like J-Bo said a while ago, I could have put that in the book and sold it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all wouldn't have bought it, and it still would have been 20 years down the line before you even got to that part in the book, because a lot of y'all don't read if it ain't got pictures in it. You'd have been there read the first half, and it ain't what you want to hear. You ain't going no further. You still wouldn't have knew the story. Oh, man, I should have read this book 10 years ago. I had this book sitting on the shelf 10 years now. Now you just finding that out. So I gave it to you. You know, I gave it to you. And I even gave it to you subtle. I didn't just bring it all out on you. And I'm still giving it to you slow. You know, still bringing it out slowly but surely. You know, slowly but surely. When I hear brothers on Facebook saying that BKK throwing out great dogs, you know what I'm saying? So what the hell would the bootleg pedigree make a difference? I told you brothers know how to wear them bootleg Jordans on the court like the real ones. You know, it's all about, can you finesse what you got? You know, work with what you got, my brothers. Stop taking everything to the heart. You know, only thing we've talking about really, really being serious about far as, you know, the dog man stuff was 10. If he got you, you got you. You got. Ain't nothing you can do about it now. You know what I'm saying? Nothing you can do about it now. You'll be a fool to get rid of your yard. You know? So, I mean, hey, just sit back, get you some popcorn and listen to the story, fam. You know? And let's just see who else got that bootleg shit. Bootleg. Like I said before. It hurts me to do it sometimes, but I gotta give you that true, uncut, unraw, that true, uncut, raw, fair and unbiased dog talk. Dog talk. All right. Now, being that we on this, we was talking about race and all that over the past few videos and different little things, and some brothers don't like to talk about it. I'm going to tell you one thing that makes me uncomfortable, damn it. Since we keeping it all the way 100, we want to keep it 100, right? Because we like to big these dog men up. We bigging these dog men up, and no disrespect to them. But I'm going to tell you something that makes me uncomfortable. But it don't matter now. It cannot hurt me now. It cannot hurt none of my dogs now. I won't get rid of none of my dogs because of this statement that I'm about to make. But y'all sure give Don Mayfield a whole lot more props than he deserved too. Whole lot more props than he deserved. I'm going to tell you like this right here. Certain things people can do to let you know how they is. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, what kind of man, and I heard it already before. A man say, I name my dog this and all that. Listen here, man. A dog name can go down in history. You name your dog nigga. You name your dog nigga bitch. That automatically tell me everything I need to know about you. You know what I'm saying? I don't care nothing about your keep. I don't care nothing about none of that other stuff. I got your dogs. Like I told you about Tant. I got your dogs. Don't need you no more. I ain't got to go back and holler at you, none of that. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, we going to keep it 100, man. I'm not comfortable talking about dogs that come off the nigger dog. I'm not comfortable talking about that with other people. It could be a white brother I'm talking to, and I got to say, it's coming off the nigger dog. You know what I'm saying? You see, different folk for different strokes. You know what I'm saying? It's coming off the nigger bitch dog. Different folks with different strokes. You know what I'm saying? Different folks with different strokes. Now that man could felt how he want to feel all day long. But did he not think them dogs was going to be in history? Did he not think them dogs was going to be in pedigrees? Did not think that people would see them dogs on pedigrees? He didn't care. And he made history with that. You know what I'm saying? Made history with it. Truthfully, the only man in the dog game that's got dogs in papers that got their dog named that. Although some brothers did tell me they named their dog that before. But he's the only dog man in your pedigrees that you see recognizable dogs named that. You know what I'm saying? So they let you see he brought what he was doing to the dog game. So he wasn't going to be fair to me back then, the way I needed him to be fair to me back then. If you got a dog named nigga and a dog named nigga bitch, you wasn't going to be fair to me back then. But I ain't here to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to talk about it. That I was just here to tell you that makes me uncomfortable to talk about his dogs off them dogs. So when I talk about Mayfield dogs, I like to talk about the other ones. You mostly hear me talk about the other ones. I don't really talk about that one. And it's just because I don't like to say the name. But hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Now, I wanna ask my Brindle brothers. Shout out to all my Brindle brothers out there. Where my Brindle brothers at, man? Hit that like button up there. Hit that like button before y'all get up out of here too, man. And shout out to all my brothers down in the chat right there. Where my Brindle brothers at, man, today, man? This is what I'm trying to figure out, right? Because I told y'all we gonna figure out something, what's up with AAA. Where my Brindle brothers at? Because right now, you can't tell me that your Brindle dog is not throwing predominantly Brindle puppies. Unless he's breeding to a black dog. If he breeding to a light colored dog, you can't tell me that Brindle dog is not going to throw predominantly Brindle dogs. Whether they're red Brindle, yellow Brindle going to be in them dogs. I'm just trying to figure out where all AAA Brindles went at. That's what we talking about. Where all AAA brindles went at. Because these brothers these days, when they breed their brindles, they getting brindle dogs. So why hell when they was breeding AAA so many times that they bred him, what happened to all the brindle dogs? Not 1, 2, 3, 5 brindle dogs, 50 brindle dogs. Where are all the brindle dogs AAA was bred the hell out of? The man bred the nuts off AAA. So where the hell all the brindle dogs at? What looks like termite. Everything that termite was breeding to, they was coming out certain colors. Certain colors. So if the man would have bred termite, like they bred AAA, you don't think it would have been more black termite dogs out here? All right, now. Act like you don't see it. Act like you don't see it. The average brindle dog is producing predominantly brindle litters with any color dog outside of black, and it's going to be black brindle, black, however. But any of them light color dogs, them brown dogs, brindle taking over. Brindle taking over. Now, AAA do got brindle offspring. He do got brindle grandkids. But for to say he's a brindle dog, he do not have the amount of brindle offspring that he's supposed to have. JR, that people like to throw up all the time, was not bred like AAA was bred. AAA was bred to the day he damn died. Or the other AAA was bred. They used the name up until he died. And that's why I say I need to holler at my Brindle brothers. Because I know when they breed them dogs, you know what I'm saying? If they breed their damn Brindle dog 1,000 times, they going to get a lot of Brindles. They going to get a lot of Brindles. But somehow or another, Tent didn't get Brindles off AAA. Not a lot. As much as he bred AAA, he was the number one breeder. Them Brindle dogs should have a name for themselves. You automatically, if you see a Brindle dog, you should know that's a AAA dog. If it's a Brindle Red Boy Jocko, you start asking, oh, is that AAA stuff? You don't ask, is that AAA? You don't ask that. But like I said, it don't mind me to ruffle some feathers. You know what I'm saying? It don't mind me to ruffle some feathers because I ain't relying on my pedigree to sell my dogs. You know what I'm saying? I ain't relying on my pedigree. Now. I got one last big question. See? Shout out to the brother who got Red Devil. Sometimes you just got to listen to some things. Shout out to the brother who got Red Devil. Because I'm going to tell you like this here, right? I would never thought to ask you this until I seen you comment up under the comments. The brother say he didn't steal the dog, which is all good. The brother say he didn't steal the dog. Tant made a bet that he couldn't pay, so the brother went and got that damn dog. You know what I'm saying? Went and got the dog. Totally understandable. And the thing about it, I ain't going to argue with you about that part, my brother. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, my whole thing was answered when the thing was that Red Devil wasn't on the yard no more. That's all I was trying to prove. The Red Devil wasn't there. He could have gave you the dog. You could have won the dog. You could have stole the dog. It don't even matter to me. My whole thing was Red Devil was not on the yard when he was being bred. He was somewhere else, but there was another Red Devil. Part 2 and Part 3 was on the yard. You know what I'm saying? Now, my question to my brother who got the real Red Devil. Woo-wee. My question to you, my brother, is, what did you register Red Devil under when you got him? What did you register Red Devil under when you got him? You couldn't register him under Tant Red Devil because Tant was too famous and Tant had too much pull under the registry company. You could never say it was Tant's Red Devil. So what bloodline did the real Tant's Red Devil become? Did he become Jeep? Did he become Eli? Did he become old Red Boy Jocko? Did y'all breed him? This game getting more interesting and more interesting, my brothers. This game getting interesting and interesting. Hey, yo, you telling me you went and got Red Devil. You went through the trouble to get that dog. I know you put papers on him. What was he registered under? And I mean the real Red Devil. This ain't got nothing to do with Tant. I'm talking to the brother who took Red Devil. And I don't mean took him in a bad way. I mean who owned possession of Red Devil. What was he registered up under? I don't want to know the name. I want to know the bloodline. Because we all know if you took that dog off David Tant's yard, you could not register him under Tant's Red Devil. And you telling me you just bred him? Never put no papers on him? Let's keep it 100 now. You know, we was talking back in the days. We talking old days, old times now. You know, we talking old times. You went and got Red Devil, you bred him. I wouldn't ask you this if you wouldn't have been in the comments. Shout out to my dog brothers, man. Y'all gotta love it, man. Y'all gotta love it. Y'all want a PG-13 or y'all want it rated R? All I want to know is what you registered Red Devil under when you got him. Holla at me, my brother. Drop down in the chat or drop down in the comments, fam. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You might not even be in the dog game no more. You might be still got dogs. You might be still running that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You might be can't tell me. You know? And I understand that. I understand that totally. You know, but you gotta understand that we kind of know that you did register that dog under something. You know? If he was worth going to get, you did register him under something. But what was it? But what was it, my brother, is all I want to know. Hey, y'all heard it first. PB canines, man. I give it to them. I give it to them, folk. Some gonna like it, some ain't. You know what I'm saying? Some gonna like it, some ain't. All we can do is strive to be the best we can be. Give it to them. Strive to be the top of what we doing. So what we gotta do, my brothers, at the end of the day, you know, is just take it back to the old school, you know, where papers don't matter no more. You know what I'm saying? Papers don't matter. You know, as long as you got them, you can make that sale, you know, but broadcast your dog. Make it be about your dog. You know what I'm saying? Make it be about your dog. Be a household name like Gas and Gold's Demon. You know what I'm saying? Be a household name like Gas and Gold's Demon. Be a household name like BKK's Brick. You know what I'm saying? Be a household name like BKK's Grand Champion Brick. You know, be a household name like Sambo. Hey, I know that's going to make some comments down there. Hey, man, salute to all y'all brothers, man. Represent with them dogs. Take care of them. Do what y'all been doing. You know what I'm saying? Rocking out with the Bay. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all the brothers down in the chat. All the sisters down in the chat. You know what I'm saying? All the Bulldog channels that's rocking with the Bay. If you ain't rocking with me, you know it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Y'all stay safe out there. Y'all stay legal out there. You know what I'm saying? And just remember where you got it first. PBK9s. Dog TV.